Multi-data loading is the ability to view two studies side by side. In this case, we're going to pick the study called BERT, and we see that the first one is TMJ closed, and the second one is TMJ open. So we'll pick the first one. First of all, I'm going to clear out the previous multi-datas that were here. Now, if we click the BERT study with the right click of the mouse, we have the function of adding to multi-data list, which is here. So that's the TMJ closed. Now, the second study, once we click it, we can also do the same thing, or the other option is to click the add icon, and it too will send it to the multi-data list. So once our two studies are in the multi-data list, we simply hit the load multi-data icon, and the data will be loaded up as two separate data sets, and we will evaluate these side by side. Now, once the two studies have been loaded up, the first column will be the first study. If we click on it, it becomes highlighted red, and the associated axial, coronal, and sagittal projections are also affiliated with this side. Now, to simply click the letter L, we take it to the original left side position. To go to the other side, in this case the open TMJ, we click the letter L, it too is now in the left position. Now we can synchronize both of these. There's a key just above here on the toolbar called synchronization. Once we click synchronization, we can load these two side by side. Just simply double click, doesn't matter which screen you choose. And so now we have the left closed and the left open TMJ. Now we can rotate from either screen, and both screens rotate at the same time. We can zoom up, both screens zoom up. We can window level, the window level is applied to both screens. And if we hit reset, the reset is set back to the original position, or if we simply click the letter L for left, we've got it into the left position. Now let's synchronize the axial projection, which will be here. First of all, we have to uncheck synchronization. Okay, we have to actually come out of that just by deselecting it. Okay, now we can go to this screen, and here's the head of the condyle. If we were to use the slice, we would just simply slice and get the head of the condyle. Also, let's just, for the sake of it, say we want to use the Alt key. So we take the Alt key. Remember, we hold the left click down, and we can center it here. We can also do the same for this screen. Since this is the active screen, we left click here into the axial on the other side, and we slice up. We're going to find the head of the condyle. Okay, we bring our Alt key in, left key, left click, and now we've got it positioned. Now, once we've got the left click position for the axial, we go back to the synchronization button, click it, and double click it, and now we've got the slice projection for the left and the right. Actually, sorry, we have to synchronize them both. Yes, now we can synchronize and move them in tandem. One has the ability to simply load up one study as you would normally see it. So to do that, you can simply come to this icon that says Display One Series. So if we click it, we've got the Display One, which is the closed portion of the TMJ. So it is now, we're looking at the TMJ in the closed position. We can simply click the next arrow over for the opened, and we have now the open position for the TMJ, axial, coronal, and sagittal. To go back to the multi-series or display all series, click this icon, and you'll get back to the side-by-side format that we originally started with. Up here, you'll notice there's a button called Fusion. So when you select it, you can take this button and you can basically add or subtract one of the templates over the other. So whether you subtract from dataset 1 or dataset 2, you can sort of gently remove them and examine the overlying portion of one of the templates over the other. Okay, so it's a little more advanced feature, but we do want to point this out. So in the future, when you get comfortable with the software, you can perhaps play with this a little bit further, and perhaps you might find some value of it. Maybe it's doesn't provide all that much value for you. But anyway, that is checking the Fusion template. and with the icon right here. And of course, to go back, you simply can change your layouts, and you can go back to 3 series if you wish. So you have a lot of capabilities of changing your format in the multi-data list. And to exit out of this function, simply hit the Review tab up top or Patient List, and then you go back to your original patient list. And so you see that it's pretty easy to load multi-data studies side by side. We could have added one more if we wished, so you could have gone 3 by 3 if you wish. So multi-data is very helpful. Play with it a little bit, and it's nice to compare studies. Maybe you do pre and post implants. That's another benefit of using the multi-data list.